Hey, Hawkins, good evening, welcome to the Hawkins. Welcome to the Bethel Park Blackhawks. Tonight's matchup features the Blackhawks against the Jaguars of Thomas Jefferson. We have some spectators show support players, coaches, and officials. Booing, fronting, or intimidating officials and opponents is unacceptable behavior and result in dismissal from this venue. The Bethel Park coaches, board of directors, and administration faculty and staff would like to thank you all for attending tonight's game. Now, could you please rise and now remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And we'll place your first of the Jaguars. At guard, Super Bowl senior number 1, Noah Gazer. At guard, number 4, Joshua Carter. At guard, Super Bowl number 5, Amy Egerton. At guard, Super Bowl number 10, Justin Clark. At goal, 65, 23, Nicholas Michael. The head coach of the Jaguars is Ron Pacico.
You're watching Bethel Park High School Boys Basketball on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Comcast 21 and Verizon 32. You're also watching on Blackhawk TV on YouTube. Blackhawk TV 412. That's the YouTube channel, home of Bethel Park football, girls and boys basketball, and then baseball whenever that comes around. Whenever springtime comes around. Basketball season is coming toward an end. That first shot up and good. Basket made by Kane Egerton. Thomas Jefferson opens with 3 points. 7:35 left first quarter. Basket's up and good for Jack Bruckner. My mistake, that's Mike Bruckner. Mike Bruckner wears number 20. Jack Bruckner wears number 10. Egerton, top of the key drive. Handoff is fumbled away and picked up by Tanner Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer will be slow. Egerton steals it right out of his grasp as he was spinning, and Egerton makes the basket. 5 for Egerton, 5 for Thomas Jefferson, and Thomas Jefferson up by 3, 7 minutes left first quarter. Basket made by Mike Bruckner. One player from each team has all the points for each of their respective teams. 5-4 is the score. Mike Bruckner with 4, Kane Egerton with 5, and just over a minute into the game, Thomas Jefferson uses its first timeout of 5 that it's allowed to use throughout the entire game, and it's unusual whenever a team uses a timeout in the first quarter, let alone 1 minute into the first quarter. That'll give us time to give credit to the crew of tonight's game. We got Ryder doing the directing tonight. John is running camera along with Linus. Egerton fumbled it a bit, but he got a shot off and missed. Rebound Bethel Park after a few tips. It's Mike Bruckner who's going to take it across court, give it to Will Thomas. Crazier, Gardner, Egerton, Fry, Turksha, the starters for Thomas Jefferson. For Bethel Park, Thomas, Pfeiffer, Jack Bruckner, Mike Bruckner, and Alex Dyskowski. Mike Bruckner handed it off to Dyskowski, who tried a 3 and missed. Bethel Park trailing by a point, and Bethel Park won this matchup when these two played earlier in the season. Steal, Will Thomas off the backboard, and good! Will Thomas for 2. Bethel Park up 6-5 with its first lead of the game. Drive in, pass over to the corner for 3, and it's missed. Shot attempt by Kaiser, excuse me. By the way, missed. 5:40 left first quarter. Will Thomas across court. There's Jack Bruckner. On the wing, he gives it to Will Thomas, who will drive right lane. Guarded heavily, gets a shot off anyhow. Layup's good. Tight defense there by Gardner, but Thomas got past him and made the basket. 2 scores for Bethel Park so far. Mike Bruckner with 4. Will Thomas with 4 and a steal. Mike Bruckner 2-on-1. He's impeded on as he went toward the hoop. And a whistle stops play with 5:17 left in the first quarter. 8-5 Thomas Jefferson trails, and a foul was called on Noah Kaiser. His first personal, that's first for Thomas Jefferson in the quarter. Mike Bruckner will go to the line and get 2 free throws here. First one missed. Second one missed. Mike Bruckner 0 for 2 on that attempt. Bethel Park still leading by 3 at this point. 5:05 left first quarter. Egerton, top of the key for Gardner. Back to Egerton, to Gardner. Bounce pass in, drive. Layup, good. Steal there. Nick Turga was the last one on the basket. Tries for another one, and it missed. Second chance basket made. Turcha on the basket. Nick Turcha for Thomas Jefferson. That gives Thomas Jefferson the lead. Bethel Park on offense now. A lot of turnovers early on in this game. There's Tanner Pfeiffer with a basket. 10-9, Bethel Park back on top. 4:20 left first quarter. Kaiser with it to Egerton. Back to Kaiser, over to Egerton. Shot for Egerton, missed. Rebound for Gardner. Now he's on the wing being guarded by Mike Bruckner. To the wing for Egerton inside. Baskets up and missed. Attempted by Justin Fry, rebounded by Bethel Park. And Bethel Park takes it across half court here with Will Thomas. 3:45 left first quarter. Pass in, tipped away. Tanner Pfeiffer, the intended receiver. Bruckner recovers it and gets it back out to Sabatis. Now to Mike Bruckner, over to Thomas. 3.5 minutes left first quarter. It's Jack Bruckner with it. Pivots around a bit and passes over Mike Bruckner to Will Thomas. And Will Thomas thought Will Sabatis was paying attention and threw it right behind him. Ball goes out of bounds. So Thomas Jefferson gets possession. 3:16 left first quarter. A few blown up plays, a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers for both teams so far, and got a close score here as well. 10-9 Bethel Park lead. Substitution. Brady Kranz into the game for Thomas Jefferson. Tries a layup almost immediately, and Will Thomas went in to try to steal it, and then a whistle stopped play. Foul called. Will Thomas caught on the foul, his first personal. Bethel Park with 1 in the quarter. Kranz will inbound for Thomas Jefferson, gets it in. Drive by Krazier. Krazier makes the basket and now has 2 points in the game. Thomas Jefferson back in the lead. It's 11-10. Mike Bruckner with it now, top of the key. There's Jack Bruckner, Will Sabatis. Now to Jack Bruckner. Will Thomas handoff. There's Mike Bruckner. To Jack Bruckner on the wing now in the corner. Fumbled it for a bit, but kept possession. Now Pfeiffer in the corner. Off to Mike Bruckner, drives middle of the base, middle of the paint. Puts it off the backboard, and it's good. Mike Bruckner leads Bethel Park scorers. He's got 6. He leads all scorers, too, on the court at the moment. It's 12-11. Bethel Park in the lead again. Back and forth game early on. Shots up and shot missed by Egerton. Rebounded by Bethel Park. There's Will Thomas. Egerton, number 5 there for Thomas Jefferson. He is the leading scorer for the Jaguars. Bethel Park Blackhawks. Leading scorer, like I said, Mike Bruckner. Ken Egerton called for a foul there on the floor. That's the second Thomas Jefferson foul and the first personal for Egerton. And with that stoppage in play, substitution for Thomas Jefferson. Jeff Rabel into the game for TJ. Shot, Tanner Pfeiffer for 3. First 3 for a Bethel Park player in this game. 15-11's the score. Bethel Park increases its early lead, and a fumble there by Trulka. Bethel Park got a steal. And now working offense. There's Sabatis, inside drive. Basket's missed. Tanner Pfeiffer with the putback. That one's good. Tanner Pfeiffer racking up some individual points. Thomas Jefferson back on offense. Tough defense there. Basket made. Turker on the basket. He's got 6. He now leads Thomas Jefferson scores. And a block there. At least for the moment, the officials are going to call a foul on that drive. Turker called for the foul, his first personal. Thomas Jefferson with 3 in the quarter. And now Mike Bruckner will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. With Bethel Park up by 4 points, 1:09 left in the first quarter. Miss. Bruckner, this is the second time Bruckner's to the line, and so far he's missed all 3 of his attempts from the free throw line. Second one's up and good, so now Bruckner's 1 for 4. 18-3 Bethel Park lead, and Bethel Park calls an early timeout. 1:09 left first quarter. So Bethel Park and Thomas Jefferson already played this season. They played at the beginning of the month, and Bethel Park won a close one over Thomas Jefferson. It was back on January the 7th. And it was a doubleheader as well. The boys and girls played back-to-back that night as well, like they will be tonight. Girls game will be immediately following, and will be carrying that game as well. Both these teams are part of Class 5A Section 3. Bethel Park is fighting for its playoff life. More unlikely than not for Bethel Park, but winning at the end of the season for them can't hurt. Egerton drives over. There's pass top of the key, pass over, and out to Egerton again on the wing. Inside pass, fumbled a bit, back out to Egerton. Egerton's going to drive, fight for space, and then pass out. Pass over to Kaiser, over to Gardner, and a 3 attempt. Missed over the backboard, and the officials call it out of bounds. When it goes over the backboard, it's usually an automatic dead ball. Brady Kranz on the attempted three-pointer that missed. Owen Tarosky into the game now. He's the one with the basketball. Handoff Mike Bruckner. 29 seconds left first quarter. Jack Bruckner with it. Jack Bruckner's on the wing. Drive inside. Bruckner, ball tipped away, but he picks it back up. 16 seconds left first quarter. Tarosky to Sabatis. Almost handed it off. Fooled me there for a second. Sabatis makes the basket on its own, and Bethel Park the first to 20 points. Egerton drives, middle of the paint. Flailed layup missed. Rebound Bethel Park. And the first quarter comes to an end with Bethel Park up by 7 points over Thomas Jefferson. Second quarter coming up in just a moment. This is Blackhawk TV and Bethel Park Public Access TV's coverage of boys basketball. Ryder doing the directing. Linus and John on cameras for today's game. It's a pleasure to be with you. And my name is Nicholas Callis. Bethel Park up 20-3 going into the second quarter. Both these teams part of Class 5A Section 3 is talking a little bit about Bethel Park trying to fight for a playoff spot. Thomas Jefferson's not guaranteed one either. The standings are very close. It's the top 4 teams that make it, and if 2 teams tie for 4th place, both those teams will be in. That's how the tiebreaker works. Each team plays its section opponents twice per season, 1 home game and 1 away game. This is the second of the 2 these 2 are going to play. They already played at Thomas Jefferson, and Bethel Park won that game. Corner 3 for Sabatis. Missed. Rebound, Egerton. Here comes TJ. Bounce pass inside. Layup. Good. Justin Fry with 2 points. Thomas Jefferson now down by 5. Bethel Park had some backcourt pressure and a block by Thomas Jefferson. And Thomas Jefferson brings the ball back to offense. Transition. Turka. Basket's good and 1. Evan Devine caught on the foul, his first personal. That's the first of the quarter for Bethel Park. And Turka has an opportunity to make this a 3-point play and get Thomas Jefferson back within 2. And he does. Turka now with 9 points. Thomas Jefferson down by 2, 7:10 left second quarter. Bethel Park is 3-6 in section play. Another steal coming here for Thomas Jefferson. Egerton inside. Blocked there by Joe Parisi. Bethel Park with it now. There's Mike Bruckner being double teamed. And a whistle stops play. Foul's going to be reported on Thomas Jefferson as Mike Bruckner huddled his body around the ball. Foul called on Kane Egerton, his second personal. That's the first of the quarter for Thomas Jefferson. It was just a 4 foul, so an inbound will come. Tarosky getting ready to execute that. Thomas Jefferson in 4th right now in the standings with a 4-5 section record. Bethel Park is 3-6, and again, it's the top 4. Thomas Jefferson right now is that 4th team, and Bethel Park is that 5th team. So if Bethel Park finishes the season strong, it might have a shot in the playoffs. Will Thomas fumbled it away after being guarded tightly on defense. And so another turnover for Bethel Park. 6:41 left second quarter. Thomas Jefferson trails by 2. Gardner takes it across court for Thomas Jefferson, but this is indeed an important game for both of these teams as it relates to playoff standings. Will Thomas got a poke and a poke out in there, but Thomas Jefferson recovered, and eventually that led to points. Kaiser on the basket. Noah Kaiser, his 4th points of the game, and it's a tie now, 20-20. Will Sabatis was double teamed in the corner there by the half-court line. And the officials that time called contested possession. A lot of aggressive defense so far for both of these teams. And a lot of turnovers as well for both. Thomas Jefferson, since halftime, has come back all the way, scoring 7 points. Bethel Park has yet to score in this quarter. And more contested possession there. Mike Bruckner got into it with Nick Turka. This time the arrow yields to Bethel Park, so Bethel Park will inbound from the baseline. Thomas Jefferson does not press this time, and Bethel Park, for the moment, comfortably takes it toward midcourt. Will Thomas with possession. Tarosky drives, baseline, out to the corner. Parisi for 3. He missed. Rebound by Will Sabatis. He drives. Makes the basket, and 1. Turkla called for the foul. That's his second personal, team's second of the quarter. And 1 is made by Will Sabatis. 3-point play there. Sabatis with 5 points. Bethel Park up by 3. Drive in, layup, missed by Justin Fry, and then the ball went out of bounds. So Bethel Park gets possession back. Bethel Park had a 7-point lead coming into this second quarter. Lost the lead. Thomas Jefferson scored 7 unanswered points. Made it 20-20, and then Will Sabatis converted the 3-point play by getting fouled, making the basket, and then shooting the free throw. 23-20, Bethel Park in the lead, and an offensive foul called there on Mike Bruckner. Mike Bruckner with 1 personal, Bethel Park with 2 now in the quarter. 5:29 left second quarter, and I mean, this game, all elements of it have been exciting so far through the first quarter and almost half a quarter now. 5:20 left second quarter. Kaiser with it, drives, middle of the paint, missed. Good defense there from Bethel Park. Tarosky on the rebound, and the ball poked away from Will Sabatis. Ball turned immediately over there by Bethel Park. Turka inside, drives, off the backboard, and off the rim, missed. Rebound, Tanner Pfeiffer. Under 5 minutes left now, second quarter. Thomas just takes it calmly across court, tries a crossover, but gets double teamed. Bounce pass to Sabatis, and his shot missed. Tanner Pfeiffer couldn't secure it, went out of bounds. Past that baseline. 4:45 left second quarter, 3-point game. Bethel Park in the lead. And Thomas Jefferson's going to send Zane Egerton back into the game. Both head coaches are expressing some verbal frustration at this game, which with all the turnovers, it can be understood. Jump shot inside the arc, 2 points for Justin Fry. Fry has 4, and now Thomas Jefferson down a point, 4:25 left second quarter. Will Sabatis inside the arc from the corner, he misses, rebounded by Egerton. Drive in by Egerton, tries his own shot, and he missed. Got his own rebound, second chance missed. Ball's loose. Mike Bruckner kept it in bounds, and Bethel Park goes back to offense. .52-48 was the final in the game. These two first played in this season. Tanner Pfeiffer missed that 3. These two first played again on January 7th, and the final score there was 52-38, so it was a close game. Scoreboard's off, basket's good for Fry. And so now there has to be an official's timeout for a scoreboard malfunction. If we can't see the clock, we don't know how much time's left. And so we run our scoreboard display too with the clock on the scoreboard, so I'm sure you at home may have noticed that. And yeah, you can see it on your screen there. Linus giving us that shot on camera. Both scoreboards right now inoperable. There was about 4.5 minutes left though when the clock went out. They do give Justin Fry the basket, so that's good. And with that, Thomas Jefferson took the lead over Bethel Park. And thank goodness we have a scoreboard here to show you that it's 24-23. So our scoreboard's still working minus the clock. Bethel Park to end the season will have a non-section game against Mount Lebanon tomorrow, Saturday the 1st. Then they play 2 more section games to end the season. They play on the road against Baldwin on February 4th, and they play Peters Township on February 7th. That'll end their regular season. Thomas Jefferson, they wrap up the season playing a same theme, 2 section opponents, 1 non-section opponent. They play Ringgold for a section matchup on Monday, February 3rd. They're going to play Montour on Tuesday the 4th. That Montour game's a non-section game. And then their season ends playing at home against Baldwin on February the 7th. So it'll be next Friday. So something's wrong with the power right now. The scoreboard's flickering there. You can see it, or that's not really a scoreboard. That's the table light there. And that's your first indication that there's a power problem, because those tables have lights inside, so they let you see the logos. But if that's not working, that's where all the power supply, that's where now I'm having power problems too. My brain's not functioning properly. So usually when there's a power problem, all the power is coming from a plug under that table. So if the table lights aren't on, the scoreboard lights likely wouldn't come on either, depending on how those plugs are working and where the power is coming from. Scoreboard's back on. Tom Howell, assistant AD down there. Looks like he's helping out. Laura Grimm as well down there. So athletic director and assistant AD helping get the scoreboard back on. Bethel Park didn't inbound in time, so a violation there. So many things have made this a weird game so far, and it's not even the end of the first half yet. 24-23, Thomas Jefferson in the lead. 3:35 left second quarter. Pass out, Egerton, jumper. He missed. Rebound by Bethel Park. Close game, definitely exciting, but a lot of turnovers. Both teams equally as frustrated. Jack Bruckner trips, falls. And a whistle stops the clock with 3 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Matthew Martinez called for the foul. tripping Jack Bruckner, his first personal. That's the third for Thomas Jefferson in the quarter. Pass in by Tanner Pfeiffer. Tight pressure by Thomas Jefferson, keeping Bethel Park uncomfortable throughout this game so far. Mike Bruckner over to Brady Bruckner, getting his first minutes of the game in here. Pass in, Bruckner being tightly guarded. Pass out. Mike Bruckner, Tarosky to Jack Bruckner on the top of the key. Under 3 minutes left now in the second quarter. Tarosky, Mike Bruckner, Tarosky. Drive by Tarosky, right lane, can't get inside. Brady Bruckner tripped, so he passes in to Tanner Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer had that ball tipped away by Josh Gardner, went out of bounds. So Bethel Park will get to inbound. Once again, 2:46 left in the second quarter. Tarosky into Tanner Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, handoff. Brady Bruckner will try a jump shot, and he missed. It was tipped back, though, by Jack Bruckner, and he alertly gets it back to his teammates. Tarosky tried the shot and missed. Pfeiffer with another rebound. There's Jack Bruckner. He misses. That's 3 misses for Bethel Park in that sequence, and eventually Thomas Jefferson does get the rebound. Here comes Egerton, handoff to Gardner. Gardner on the wing, 3 made by Noah Kaiser. 7 points for him, 27 for Thomas Jefferson. They're now up by 4 on Bethel Park. 2:05 left second quarter. Tarosky to Jack Bruckner. Drive, left lane, kicks it, out of bounds, and the officials say it went off Jack Bruckner. And so Thomas Jefferson gets the ball back, and with that, some substitutions. Jack Bruckner and Owen Tarosky out, Jude Hamill and Will Sabatis in. And for a game that could have some playoff implications for these two Class 5A Section 3 teams, a lot of objectively sloppy play so far. A lot of tight defense has led to a lot of turnovers. Players making some unforced mistakes as well. Gardner, handoff, top of the key, 3 for Kaiser. He missed. Rebound, Mike Bruckner. Minute 35 left second quarter. Will Sabatis with it on the wing. And he tried a fake crossover there, then hands it off to Brady Bruckner. Tightly guarded. Josh Gardner ran into him, and he lost possession briefly. Went out of bounds, and the officials say it went off Gardner, so Bethel Park will inbound. Will Sabatis going to take that. Minute 25 left in the second quarter. Pass in, there's Tanner Pfeiffer. Is going to drive the baseline. Layup is missed, but a whistle stops the clock at 1 minute and 21 seconds. Foul called. Foul called on Jeff Rabel, his first personal. Thomas Jefferson with 4 now in the quarter. So one more, and Thomas Jefferson will put Bethel Park in the automatic double bonus time. First shot is up and good for Tanner Pfeiffer. He extends his individual point total to 8 now. Pfeiffer again. This time he missed. Rebound for Justin Fry of Thomas Jefferson, and now TJ back on offense. 3-point game, and a whistle stops play. Timeout called by Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson has now used 2 timeouts in the game, and the clock is stopped with 1 minute and 12 seconds left. So this is a game, like I said, that has some playoff implications for these two teams. The top 4 teams in each section make it. Both of these teams right now on the cusp. Thomas Jefferson, if the season ended without this game being played and it just ended with the results entering play, Thomas Jefferson would be in and Bethel Park would be out. Thomas Jefferson 4-5 in section, Bethel Park 3-6. So if Bethel Park wins this game, TJ and Bethel Park will be tied with the same section record, which means that they'd both be eligible to qualify. Now there are a couple more section games for these two teams left on the schedule, and that's something that will be monitored. Those games will matter for both of these teams being so close. Trinity's also in the hunt as well with a 3-7 section record in 6th place of the 7 teams in section. Ringgold unlikely to make it with no section wins at this point in the season as we're on the coming toward the gateway of February. Fry with it now for Thomas Jefferson. Pass over. Drive, pass back to Fry. Tries a 3, and he missed. Rebound there by Kaiser, and a whistle stops play with 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Foul reported on Brady Bruckner, his first personal. That's Bethel Park's third of the quarter. Shot made. Long two, it's 29-24, Bethel Park trailing. 8 points there for Justin Fry. Sabatis tried to pass, it was too hot and too high for Mike Bruckner, and another turnover for Bethel Park. 33 seconds left, second quarter. Bethel Park was being led by Ringgold last week. They last played a section game on Friday. They were trailing for most of that basketball game, but came back in the fourth quarter to win and prevent Ringgold from winning a section game. This game is looking relatively similar to that one. Thomas Jefferson's had some bigger leads than Ringgold had throughout that game, but this game is looking similar to that one that they played last week. Jump ball called between Brady Bruckner and Noah Kaiser. Thomas Jefferson will get to inbound. The possession arrow yields to them. And so here comes an inbound for TJ with 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Layup is good for Jeff Rabel. 2 seconds left. Hamill. Brady Bruckner didn't get the shot off in time. So the second quarter ends with Thomas Jefferson up 31-24 going into halftime. Bethel Park at the end of the first quarter led 20-13. Bethel Park could only score 4 points. In that second quarter, Thomas Jefferson scored a boatload more. So Thomas Jefferson, who is trailing at the end of the first quarter, now leads by 7 going into halftime. My name is Nicholas Callis. You're watching Blackhawk TV and Bethel Park Public Access Television. We got coverage right now of Bethel Park High School boys basketball. Want to give credit to the crew here one more time. Ryder doing the directing. John and Linus are both on camera for this game. We appreciate them. The girls' game comes up after this one, but we still need to finish for this game, so you'll see the second half of Bethel Park High School boys basketball versus Thomas Jefferson coming up next. This is Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. You're watching Bethel Park High School boys basketball on Bethel Park Public Access Television and Blackhawk TV on YouTube. My name is Nicholas Callis. Ryder doing the directing tonight. He's graduating so fast before my eyes. Doing basketball now pretty well. John and Linus on cameras doing a pretty solid job as well. Bethel Park down by 7. They were up by 7 at the end of the first quarter. Thomas Jefferson, a lot of forced turnovers, a lot of unforced turnovers, and they were able to score 14 in that second half while Bethel Park, or that second quarter, excuse me, while Bethel Park only managed 4 points. They gave Thomas Jefferson the lead, but Diskowski just made a 3 there. And that cuts the deficit a bit. 31-27 is the score. Basket made there. Justin Fry for 2. He's got 10 points. Thomas Jefferson adds to its point total. 33-27 is the score. Pfeiffer cross court to Diskowski to Mike Bruckner for 3. He landed it! Bethel Park with 2 threes a minute into the third quarter. They scored more points. They've now scored more points in this quarter than they did in the second. 3-point game. Drive in by Fry. Double teamed and double dribble called there. And so Thomas Jefferson gives up possession. 6:45 left in the third quarter. Like I said, this game could have some playoff implications. Each team has 2 section games left on their regular season schedules. Bethel Park, I'll pause there for a minute. Will Thomas missed that 3. Bethel Park is 3-6 in section, 5th of the teams in section 3. 3 made by Tanner Pfeiffer. He's got 11. Drive in and a miss. A block, and Bethel Park gets the ball back. Bethel Park has 9 points in the quarter. It's 33-33. But Bethel Park's 3-6, 5th in the section of the 7 teams. It's Class 5A Section 3. Thomas Jefferson is 4th in that same section with a 4-5 record. Top 4 teams make it, and if there's a tie for 4th place, an extra team could be taken. So this game is definitely important for playoff implications. Bethel Park started the season out rather weak, but they've played some strong games lately. Almost beat South Fayette last week, beat Ringgold last Friday. Now playing a team that they beat back on January 7th on the road. 3 for Jack Bruckner. Miss. Rebound by Egerton. Pass over. Drive in. Basket's good. Turco with the basket. He's got 11. It's 35-33. Thomas Jefferson back in front. Drive by Jack Bruckner. Over to Mike Bruckner. 3. He got it! Oh, my goodness gracious. All of Bethel Park's scores so far have been 3-pointers. Bethel Park back in the lead. It's 36-35. Turco with it. He drives, middle of the paint. Contested shot missed. Egerton with a second chance basket, and he made that. Thomas Jefferson back in the lead. It's 37-36. Diskowski travels, took too many steps before that pass. 4:14 left third quarter. Bethel Park trailing 37-36. And with that, Diskowski taken out of the game. Will Sabatis is in. Basket missed, and then a foul is going to be called here. 4 minutes left third quarter. It's 37-36. Foul called on Kane Egerton, his 3rd personal. First team foul of the quarter for Thomas Jefferson, and that puts Egerton in a bit of foul trouble now. 5 personal fouls, and the player is removed from the game. He's at 3 right now. Sabatis handoff. Jack Bruckner. Bounce pass in, and Will Thomas Can't pull it in. It goes out of bounds, and Thomas Jefferson gets possession back. Basket's up, basket's good for Justin Fry. 3 for Tanner Pfeiffer. He missed. Rebound. There's Egerton with it. 3:15 left third quarter. Egerton for 3. Miss. Rebound Jack Bruckner. Bethel Park has already scored way more than it did in the second quarter. Bethel Park only scored 4 points in that second quarter. It's a much more offensive quarter for both sides as well. Bethel Park has cut the deficit though. Now down by 3. After trailing 7 coming into this third quarter. Sabatis with it. Jump. Shot. Made. And now it's a 2-point game. Egerton being guarded by Tanner Pfeiffer. Egerton drives and no shot. Foul's going to be called. 2:35 left third quarter. That's where the clock stops. Tanner Pfeiffer called on the foul. His first personal. Bethel Park's first of the quarter. Inbound coming. Pass into Fry. Kaiser over Egerton, and now it's Justin Fry. Fumbles it a bit. Thomas came in to poke it away further. Ball's on the ground, and contested possession called. Will Sabatis got down in there. It was the one that went and tugged at the ball, causing the contested possession. The arrow yields to Thomas Jefferson, so they'll continue playing offense. Ball poked away. Around midcourt, picked back up though. Turka kept possession. Gave it to Justin Fry, and Fry off the backboard for 2. Thomas Jefferson now over 40. They're up by 3. Thomas fights for space. High off the backboard and missed. Rebound Thomas Jefferson. Egerton with it. He'll drive the right lane. Out to the corner. Turka drives in, middle of the paint. And tried his shot, he missed, but a whistle stops play. Mike Bruckner caught on the foul, his second personal. Bethel Park with 2 now in the quarter, and since it was a shooting foul, Turka's going to try 2 free throws here. First one's good. 4-point lead now for Thomas Jefferson, pending this second free throw opportunity. Before that shot, a sub. Josh Gardner being re-entered into the game for Thomas Jefferson. Second one's good. 43-38. Thomas Jefferson extends its lead. Minute 50 left in the third quarter. Here's Will Thomas. Jack Bruckner to Joe Parisi to Will Sabatis. Will Thomas, Parisi inside. Sabatis fumbles it along with Nick Turka, and the officials say that it last went off Turka. We're going out of bounds. So Bethel Park keeps possession on its offensive side of the court. Minute 33 left in the third quarter. Pass in to Pfeiffer. Tries to save it, was almost out of bounds, hit off the pipe that's holding the backboard in the air. The officials call that out of bounds. So Thomas Jefferson gets possession back there. Bethel Park, a lot of turnovers. Thomas Jefferson taking advantage, but not an insurmountable lead. 43-38 is the score. Drive in by Turka, off the backboard and missed. Rebound by Jude Hamill. Tanner Pfeiffer ran into him, and good sportsmanship there. Pfeiffer helped him back off the court. And now Bethel Park on its offensive side of the court. Sabatis to Hamill. Hamill to Pfeiffer. He'll try a three. No good. Whistle stops play as Hamill tried to direct it back toward his teammates. Looks like a foul's going to be called. 1:02 left in the third quarter. Jude Hamill is called for the foul. His first personal. That's 3 in the quarter for Bethel Park. Neither team has put the other in the automatic double bonus time to this point in the game. Gardner with it now. Pass. Back out to Gardner. Pass in. Turka. Heavy drive out to the corner. 3 attempt missed by Kazier. And rebounded by Bethel Park. 40 seconds left. Third quarter. Will Sabatis hand off to Thomas. Jude Hamill. Bethel Park trying to form a play. No shot clock either in high school basketball in PA. Thomas tries to cross. Lost space to shoot, so he passes back out. Here's Sabatis, gets a screen. Sabatis inside. Basket's good, and one. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left in the third quarter. 43-40 for the moment. Turka called for the foul. That's his third personal. Thomas Jefferson's second of the quarter, and Sabatis is going to try to make it 3-on-1 play, and he does. Draws Bethel Park back within 2 points. 10 points for Sabatis now in the game. And it is important to note, too, Turka has 3 personal fouls. Remember, it's 5 individual fouls for a foul out, where a player is removed from the game, so he'll have to be careful moving forward. Basket's good for Turka there. Over on offense, Tanner Pfeiffer got called for the foul on that defensive effort, his second personal. Bethel Park with 4 now in the quarter. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. And so after Bethel Park got a 3-point play, Thomas Jefferson will have the opportunity for one. Turka's going to get a bonus shot after being fouled on the make. He does it. Thomas Jefferson up 46-41 with just under 9 seconds left in the third quarter. 6 seconds. Sabatis in some tight space there. Jude Hamill with 1 second. He'll try a three. He got it! Hey, look out! Buzzer beater for 3. Jude Hamill. That shot could prove crucial as well, because that 3 makes it a 2-point game going into the final quarter of regulation. It's 46-44. Change that quarter to 4. Hey, mute me for a second. Mute me for a second. Mute my mic. This game coming right down to the wire. You're watching Bethel Park High School boys basketball on Bethel Park Public Access Television and Blackhawk TV on YouTube. You can watch all kinds of ways on YouTube, on TV, Comcast 21 and Verizon 32 are the BPTV cable channels. But if you're more of a mobile device person or an internet person or a watch from anywhere, Blackhawk TV 412 on YouTube is your destination. Subscribe. You'll be notified when we go live for all these games. We're the flagship home of both Bethel Park girls and boys basketball. So you can catch all section games on Blackhawk TV and BPTV. Ball went out of bounds on Justin Fry. He tried to save it, couldn't do it. So Bethel Park gets the inbound on its offensive half of the court. Jack Bruckner with it. Bethel Park down by 2. Bethel Park has not led since somewhere in the middle of the second quarter. They had a 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter as Will Thomas makes the basket. Game tied. Bethel Park had a 7-point lead. Thomas Jefferson scored 14 in the second quarter to go up by 7.5 as Justin Fry misses there. Rebound TJ. And then Bethel Park made a collection of threes to begin the third quarter and was able to come back. They tied it a couple times in that third quarter, but never took the lead back. Now the game's tied again as Bethel Park gets the rebound. 46-46 game. Bethel Park hasn't had a lead since that second quarter. They tied it again a couple times in the third quarter, but never had a lead. That basket's up, basket missed. Rebound for Thomas Jefferson, 6:40 left fourth quarter. So, and this is something Bethel Park's done throughout the entire season. I mean, early on in the year, they would give up leads at half, which was ultimately frustrating. This team always had glimmers of good play. Gazer drives in, pass out, Egerton for three. He got it. 49-46, 6:15 left fourth quarter. Some of these recent games they've played, though, they've come right down to the wire. They were right up against Peters Township when they played a few weeks ago. Tiskowski for three. He got it, too. Threes traded back and forth. Tie game again, 6 minutes left fourth quarter. Bethel Park was right up there with South Fayette, too, when they played last week. Tiskowski on the steal. Bethel Park bench starting to show some life and show some energy. Pfeiffer, drive in, basket counts! My voice cracked because I'm so excited. Basket counts and one. Cade Egerton called for the foul. His fourth personal. One more individual foul for Egerton and he'll foul out of the game. He'll be removed. And with that, the scoreboard's out. Once again, more power issues. I mean, this is a heck of a development. This is the second time the scoreboard's gone out this game, so at least it's not in the middle of play here. There is a stoppage, so the clock would be stopped anyhow. There it comes back on. But Tanner Pfeiffer fouled. He made the basket. Pfeiffer has 13 points individually in the game. And he'll get an opportunity to shoot a bonus free throw. His team up by 2 at the moment. 5:45 left in the fourth quarter. Another basket, 52 for Bethel Park. 52-49, Bethel Park now up by 3. Turka tried to drive, but he got fouled in the process. 5:39 left fourth quarter. Mike Bruckner caught on the foul, his third personal. Bethel Park's first of the quarter. Tight game, Bethel Park now in front. But still a close game. Turka for three. No good. Rebound by Tanner Pfeiffer. If Bethel Park can maintain this lead, Bethel Park will sweep the season series. And they beat Thomas Jefferson back on January 7th, 52-48. Thomas misses the drive. Attempted layup. He missed, and then Thomas Jefferson gives it right away. Tiskowski on the steal. Thomas tried to stabilize himself, but he had the ball in his hands, didn't dribble, so the official's going to call Thomas for a travel. Thomas Jefferson gets the ball back. Ball has been turned over back and forth by both teams. It is pretty stunning how many turnovers both these teams have had in this game. Shot up and missed by Noah Kazer, but the officials stop play with 4:57 left in the fourth quarter, and a foul is going to be reported. It's Jack Bruckner called on the foul, his first personal. That's 2 in the quarter for Bethel Park. Since it was a shooting foul, Kazer is going to get 2 free throws. He missed free throw attempt number 1 there. Second one. Basket's good there. Set. Gets it back to within 2. 4:55 left fourth quarter. Thomas with it over to Mike Bruckner, drives left lane. Off the glass and good. 54-50, 40-40 left in the fourth quarter. This is something Bethel Park's done. Its last few games have been close games down to the wire. Clock's off again, so I'll be able to tell you more of this story. I mean, that's the key. That's been the theme for Bethel Park throughout this season, at least as of late in the second half of the season. They've won or lost by close scores. Ringgold, they were trailing last Friday in their last section game. They were trailing for most of the game until about halfway through the fourth quarter. They started to come back and they were able to beat Ringgold. But that's just what they do, and this is a game that's similar to that theme where they led in the first quarter, trailed in the second and third quarters, but now here in the fourth, they've come alive. This entire second half, they've come alive on offense to make up the deficit and now have a lead. This is not unlike them, and this game matters in terms of playoff standings, really. 3 for Turka, missed. Rebound, Mike Bruckner. Bethel Park's team number 5, 1 game back of Thomas Jefferson, who's in fourth right now in the standings of the 7 teams in Class 5A Section 3. Jack Bruckner has it. Drive in, Sabatis, bounce pass is tipped and stolen by Thomas Jefferson. Egerton has his pass tipped by Will Sabatis. Thomas Jefferson maintains possession, but that slowed things down a bit, prevented a breakaway. Egerton with it, over, now pass. Kaiser drives, paint. Gets a shot off and makes it. 54-52 is the score. 2-point game, 3:40 left fourth quarter. And immediately after the ball was inbounded, a foul's called. Noah Kaiser called for the foul, his second personal. That's 2 for Thomas Jefferson in the quarter. 3:40 left fourth quarter. This game will have some playoff implications immediately. And Will Thomas was being crowded by the sideline and stepped out on his dribble, so Bethel Park turns it over. Top 4 teams make it in each section. If there's a tie for fourth place, the league will take that 5th team. There is no tiebreaker to have one player make it. So 2 teams will make it if they both finish with the same section record in fourth place. Overall record does not matter for playoff standings. Section record is the only record that matters. And these 2 teams close. Thomas Jefferson 4-5 entering play in section. Bethel Park is 3-6. Blocked there by Tanner Pfeiffer, but Thomas Jefferson refuses not to score. Basket was made there by Matthew Martinez. Pfeiffer makes the basket, 56-54, and this is the time where the crowd begins to cheer. There's a Thomas Jefferson section under their hoop that they're playing offense under right now. Egerton loses possession, travel called anyhow, and the ball turned over. Bethel Park fans and the bench starting to get some energy as well. Tight game coming down to the wire. 2:49 left in the fourth quarter, and a whistle stops play. Substitution made. And after that substitution, play resumes. Egerton taken out. Inbound Sabatis. Backcourt pressure by Thomas Jefferson. Unsuccessful there. Thomas being crowded. Passes out to Pfeiffer. Sabatis to the corner for 3. No good. Jack Bruckner missed. The ball was tipped off of Turka. Goes out of bounds. Past the baseline. Bethel Park maintains possession, and with that, a whistle stops for this timeout. Thomas Jefferson uses its 3rd timeout of 5, so 2 remaining for Thomas Jefferson. Bethel Park still got 4. And this game coming right down to it. It was a 2013 Bethel Park lead at the end of the first quarter. The end of the second quarter, Thomas Jefferson led by 7. It was 31-24, so the game had skewed the opposite way Bethel Park made consecutive threes to begin the third quarter and kept the game close in the third. And then Bethel Park regained the lead in the fourth for the first time since the first quarter. And now Bethel Park with a slim lead with this game coming down to the wire, almost the end of regulation, and it's a 2-point game. And for the record, Tom Howell down there, the assistant athletic director with Laura Grimm, are both looking at what might be causing the scoreboard power outages. The display just keeps turning off, but internally the clock stays on. It's just the scoreboard displays turn off on the court, but the box keeps all the information consistent. But still, those power outages, and the officials can't tell the time, nor the players. There is an issue, and it's across all scoreboards too. I mean, we're good up here because we have our own scoreboard, minus the time that you see there. But the scoreboards on the hoops, on the backboards, go off, as well as the scoreboard in the middle of the arena. Blocked there by Thomas Jefferson. Sabatis recovers though. Jack Bruckner will try another three. He got it! And Bethel Park wants to secure the moment by calling a timeout, using its second of 5. Jack Bruckner, that was his first basket made of the game, his first 3 points made on that three-pointer. That extends Bethel Park's lead. It gives Bethel Park a 5-point lead, and timeout called by Bethel Park with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We'll go over the standings real quick, just in the entire section, Class 5A, Section 3. Baldwin has taken over South Fayette for the lead in section. Baldwin 8-1. South Fayette a half game back at 8-2. Peters Township in third of the 7 teams with a 6-3 record. Thomas Jefferson playing in this game, 4-5 section record in fourth. Bethel Park in fifth with a 3-6 section record. Trinity just out of the current playoff stature right now. If the season were to end today, Thomas Jefferson would get it. But Trinity and Bethel Park are still close. Trinity on the bubble, as you might call it. Trinity is 3-7 in section. Ringgold, in all likelihood, not going to make the playoffs this season. They're 0-8 in section. No section wins this season coming into today's game between Bethel Park and Thomas Jefferson. Foul called on Tanner Pfeiffer, his third personal. Important note as well, it was Bethel Park's third team foul, by the way, of the quarter. Important note, if an individual player fouls 5 times in a game, that player is removed. Let's keep that in mind for foul outs as those continue to tally up with the game slowly winding to a conclusion. Thomas Jefferson just got hit with a foul. Third team foul for them in the quarter. Pass out. 3 attempts. Way off. Rebound by TJ. 2 minutes left, fourth quarter. Long pass, layup, and good for Justin Fry. Fry now has 16 points. Backcourt pressure for TJ. Bethel Park weaves around it. Tanner Pfeiffer breakaway, and he missed. The rim tipped as he came down to it. It moved out of the way and he missed the basket. Now Egerton drives and Egerton misses. Rebound, Tanner Pfeiffer. Will Sabatis, 2-on-1. Basket counts and one! Oh my goodness! What a game, what an ending. Bethel Park gets 2 points. Will Sabatis will get a bonus shot after getting fouled and making the basket. Justin Fry, 1 personal foul, 4 in the quarter for TJ. They're 1 away from putting Bethel Park on the automatic double bonus. Will Sabatis to the free throw line. Sabatis with 12 points. And he misses that free throw attempt, and whistle stops play. Officials say no shot. And Mike Bruckner is hit with a foul, his 4th personal. That's Bethel Park's 4th of the quarter. So 1 more from either team, and they'll put the other in the automatic double bonus. 90 seconds left in the 4th quarter. It's 61-56. Drive inside, Kaiser outside. Kaiser with it on the wing, tries a three. Got it. 2-point game and a timeout called by Thomas Jefferson, using its 4th timeout of the game. So TJ will have 1 timeout remaining for the remainder of the game. Unless it goes into overtime. I'll explain how those rules work for timeouts and fouls and all that stuff whenever, if indeed it does go to overtime. Which is not totally impossible with how close this game is. 2-point game with 1:16 left in the 4th quarter. Of the 5 players on the court right now, Tanner Pfeiffer leads Bethel Park scorers with 16 for Thomas Jefferson. Justin Fry and Nick Turka, they each have 16 as well. Players in foul trouble on the court right now. Tanner Pfeiffer has 3 individual fouls. Mike Bruckner has 4. For Thomas Jefferson, Nick Turka, he's at 3 individual fouls right now. Kane Egerton is in foul trouble as well. He was not on the court when that timeout was called, but some substitutions will be made here, so we'll see how that updates and what significance that has. If a player fouls out in regulation, they don't get to come back for overtime, so that's something to keep in mind as well. So there is some strategy that's going to be worked in here with this game being as close as it is. Thomas Jefferson with backcourt pressure. Tanner Pfeiffer, long pass, tipped by Thomas Jefferson and stolen. It was Turka who tipped it. Now TJ on offense, drive in, Turka missed. Rebound, gets his own rebound. Thomas Jefferson keeps it alive. And the shot blocked there. Noah Kaiser took it, had it blocked, went out of bounds. TJ keeps possession though. Will inbound from the baseline of its offensive side. As a matter of fact, it is a foul called. So TJ will maintain possession, but some implications are further exaggerated here. Thomas called for the foul. His 2nd personal, that's 5 in the quarter for Bethel Park. So automatic double bonus time now for Thomas Jefferson. So any foul Bethel Park commits with a play on the ball for the remainder of regulation will give Thomas Jefferson an automatic 2 free throws. Missed there. Then the ball tipped away. Thomas Jefferson keeps possession though. Kaiser made 1 of 2 there to make it a 1-point game. Pass in. Fry. Good. Oh my. Tight finish. 62-61's the score. And Thomas Jefferson upset after a foul gets reported here. Matthew Martinez called on the foul. His 2nd personal. That's 5 now for Thomas Jefferson. Both teams in the automatic double bonus time. Automatic 2 free throws coming for Will Thomas. Makes the first. Tie game. Boy, the suspense is killing me right now. Thomas. He missed. Game remains tied. 46 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Egerton. He does have 4 personal fouls. He's in foul trouble, so he'll have to watch out. Missed shot there, rebound. Rebound by Jack Bruckner, and with that, Bethel Park calls a timeout. Bethel Park still with 2 timeouts remaining for the rest of regulation. .34 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Don't forget, coming up immediately after the boys' game is the girls' game versus Thomas Jefferson, which you're going to watch live right here on Blackhawk TV and BP TV. Important note, too, I always like to keep this in your minds. If you're watching this game on January 31st, 2025, it's a live basketball game. The girls' teams, both teams, Thomas Jefferson and Bethel Park teams are waiting. You see Thomas Jefferson's girls' team waiting by the tunnel there, so they'll be in, and Bethel Park further in the tunnel, but they're over there. You see them. games next. If you're watching this on January 31st, 2025, though, it is a live game. Make sure you keep that in mind. Whether you're watching on YouTube, whether you're watching on cable TV, Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, we're happy to have you along, and we're happy to cover basketball. Boys and girls basketball, all section games covered for the 2024-2025 season. Tanner Pfeiffer inbound. Jack Bruckner on the wing. Ball tipped, kept in bounds, and the officials call a turnover. Noah Kaiser tried to call a timeout as he secured possession, and the officials did not grant him the timeout. Boy, that'll be a pivotal call there. The official arguing with the head coach about it there. But Kaiser tried to call a timeout, and the officials, as he was making the timeout motion, he wasn't dribbling. So Thomas Jefferson turns it over crucially there. Bethel Park with possession. 20 seconds left. Sabatis missed. Tip back up and good! Egerton drives. Pass in. Bounce pass. Egerton with it. Thomas Jefferson with some nifty maneuvering to at least get that ball close to going in. And a foul was called. Pfeiffer called for the foul, his fourth personal. Bethel Park already put Thomas Jefferson in double bonus. Egerton makes one of two. Boy, this place is hopping. Miss on the second one. Rebound Bethel Park. Jack Bruckner came down with it, and a foul called. Game's not quite over yet. Still going to be at most a three-point game after these free throws. Noah Kaiser called for the foul. His third personal foul. Bethel Park already in the automatic double bonus. Jack Bruckner was the one who got fouled. He's going to get two free throws here. Misses the first. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. One substitution made for both teams. Joe Parisi into the game for Bethel Park. Brady Kranz into the game for TJ. Second one's good. It's a 2-point game. 8 seconds left. Fourth quarter. Thomas Jefferson hastily moves across midcourt. And Thomas Jefferson calls a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. It's going to take one 2-point basket for them to tie it. If they can manage a three, they would take the lead. And Thomas Jefferson's out of timeouts for regulation. Thomas Jefferson has had a weird cycle of timeouts in this game. TJ caught a timeout with about a minute transpired in the first quarter. There were 7 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter when TJ called its first timeout. And saves its final timeout for a situation with 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Justin Fry leads active scorers on the court right now for Thomas Jefferson. He's got 18. Tanner Pfeiffer leads Bethel Park active players on the court right now. He has 16. A lot of high scores in this game. High turnover game, high individual point scoring game for both of these teams, and these two pretty evenly matched. This one coming right down to the wire. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A 2-point game. Both teams in double bonus time. Drive in, layup, missed, game over! Turka missed the layup. The buzzer sounded, regulation is over, and Bethel Park finishes this game with its second win against Thomas Jefferson on the season, winning by another narrow margin. On January 7th, they won 52-48. In this game tonight, They won 65-63, and that has some huge playoff implications as well for Class 5A Section 3. With that win, Bethel Park improves its section record to 4-6 now on the season. Thomas Jefferson, with that loss, falls to 4-6 on the season, which means Bethel Park and Thomas Jefferson are tied for 4th place in Class 5A Section 3, which means if the season ended right now, both teams would qualify for the playoffs. Bethel Park has swept the season series, winning both games. The first one on the road a couple weeks back, and this one tonight on January 31st. So that's huge for Bethel Park. Again, both teams tied now for 4th place in Class 5A Section 3, each with 4-6 section records now. And Bethel Park, I mean, winning cures all for sure. Bethel Park, as long as Bethel Park just keeps winning and stays on pace with TJ and keeps Trinity, you know, out of the way, Bethel Park could very well go to the playoffs, but they've got a bit of a road ahead. 2 more section games left on the schedule for the Bethel Park boys. And Trinity, of course, Trinity's still a game back of both Bethel Park and Thomas Jefferson. Trinity 3-7 entering the day. No results on their game from here right now, but that is just something to keep in mind, is Bethel Park would have to keep pace with Thomas Jefferson and keep Trinity away if Bethel Park's going to make the playoffs this season. But with a win like that, crucial tonight, Bethel Park keeps its playoff hopes alive going into the final week of the regular season next week. Bethel Park coming up next week has 2 section games. That's not including tomorrow's game. They play Mount Lebanon on the road. That's a non-section game, though. Bethel Park has 2 section games next week, on the road against Baldwin and then at home against Peters Township. Thomas Jefferson, 10 this season, same type of thing. 1 non-section game, 2 section games. They play Ringgold on the road on Monday. They play on the road against Montour. That's the non-section game. That's on February 4th. And then February 7th, they end the regular season playing at home against Baldwin. So an exciting finish to this season for sure for teams that are right on the border of playoff status this season for the boys teams in Class 5A Section 3 of the WPIAL. But to put a bow on this one, Bethel Park wins 65-63 over Thomas Jefferson. That'll do it for the boys game. Girls game's coming up next, so just stand by, stay tuned, listen to some music, and we'll get you to the girls game whenever it begins. But for Ryder doing the directing, for John and Linus on cameras, my name is Nicholas Callis, and for Ethan Kinsella and Anthony Veltri back at BPTV, bringing this game to cable. For all of them, I will say so long for just a moment. Girls game coming up next. You're watching Bethel Park High School basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television.
Bullying, taunting, or intimidating officials and opponents is unacceptable behavior and may result in dismissal from the venue. The Bethel Park Schools and Board of Directors Administration faculty staff would like to thank you all for attending tonight's game. Now would you please rise and grab and wave your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, for tonight's starting lineups. First for the Jaguars. At guard, number 66 number 1, Bailey D'Angelo. At guard, number 8, junior, number 2, Ronnie McCabe. At forward, 66 number 3, Hannah Garcia. At guard, number 8, senior, number 22, Matthew Scala. At forward, 66 number 34, Alexander Wilson. At coach, Aaron Hall.
You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. My name is Nicholas Callis. Anthony Veltri back at BPTV, bringing this game from this site to cable television. Ryder doing the directing. John and Ryder on, correct myself, John and Linus on cameras. So Ryder directing, John and Linus on cameras. I'm Nicholas Callis. Everything checks out. Starting lineups for both teams. For Thomas Jefferson, Kaylee D'Angelo, Riley McCabe, Emma Altavilla, Maggie Spell, and Allie Wilson. Bethel Park wins the tip-off for Bethel Park. Cap-off, Sadie Ori, Ella Sabatis, AJ Elphinstone, and Fiona O'Neill. There's Cap-off with it. Tries to drive, passes out, and gets called for a travel before the pass. So an early turnover there for Bethel Park. Thomas Jefferson will inbound 15 seconds into this game. If you missed it, the Bethel Park boys team beat Thomas Jefferson earlier on, 65-63. Basket's good, three-pointer. Riley McCabe, first points for either team, 3-0. TJ in the lead. Here's AJ Elphinstone. She moves, pivots, gives it to O'Neill. O'Neill will drive. Layup attempt is made. Fiona O'Neill with two. 3-2, Bethel Park trailing, about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Three's good. Maggie Spell. Her first points of the game. Thomas Jefferson leading right now after 2 3-pointers made. Here's Sadie Ori. 6:45 left first quarter. Sabatis with it. And a whistle stops play. 6.5 minutes left first quarter and a foul called. Maggie Spell called on the foul, her first personal. First for Thomas Jefferson in the quarter. Sadie Ori inbounds to Ella Sabatis. AJ Elphinstone with it now. Drive in by AJ Elphinstone, being guarded tightly. She pivots. Bounce pass. O'Neal. Good for 2. O'Neal with all of Bethel Park's points so far. It's a 2-point game early on. Thomas Jefferson working now. Altavilla pass in to Spell. Back out. Shot missed there by Altavilla. Rebounded by Bethel Park. Here's Sadie Ori. 5:48 left first quarter. Ori for 3. Got it! Ori for 3. Bethel Park with 7, and an early timeout called by Thomas Jefferson. And Bethel Park with its first lead of the game, up 7-6. Thomas Jefferson uses its first time out of the game, and the clock sits at 5:44 left in the first quarter. You're watching this game on January 31st, 2025. It is a live basketball game, whether you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube, Blackhawk TV 412. You'll get notified anytime that we go live for any of our live streams. So if you're a mobile consumer, that's how you would do it. If you're watching your phone or a tablet or just using the internet, YouTube's the way you want to go, Blackhawk TV 412. If you are or know somebody that's traditional for cable, these games are live on Bethel Park Public Access Cable as well. Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, the 2 channels you can find BPTV cable on for when we do these basketball games. We are the flagship home of Bethel Park High School boys and girls basketball. Thomas Jefferson has possession. D'Angelo has it. Drives and is hit on the way through. A foul's going to be called. Kapoff called for the foul, her first personal. 1-team foul in the quarter for Bethel Park. 3-point attempt made. All of Thomas Jefferson points so far have been scored on 3-pointers. Maggie Spell just made that one. She now has 6. And Thomas Jefferson back in the lead. 9-7's the score, 5:05 left in the first quarter. Missed there from Bethel Park. Thomas Jefferson coming the other way. Basket's up. Basket was missed, but a whistle stops play and a foul's going to be called. Fiona O'Neal called for the foul, her first personal. Bethel Park with 2 now in the quarter. And since it was a shooting foul, 2 free throws coming for Emma Altavilla. First one made there. Second one, also made. Altavilla 1 and 2. Her first 2 points of the game made on those free throws. Thomas Jefferson extends its lead. It's 11-7, 4:40 left in the first quarter. Here is Ella Sabatis, drive in, off the backboard, good. Sabatis first basket of the game made there. Back to a 2-point game, it's 11-9. 4:28 left in the first quarter. Here is McCabe inside. Wilson, now McCabe again, drives left lane, basket's good. McCabe with 5. TJ up 4 again. Now Sadie Ori quickly tries a basket, misses. Rebound there by Maggie Spell. And Spell takes it across court. Fiona O'Neal defending. Out to the corner, 3-pointer. Altavilla missed and rebounded there by Sabatis, who's double teamed, and Allie Wilson went to grab it as well. So contested possession called, and possession yields the way of Thomas Jefferson. 3:54 left first quarter. It's 13-9. Thomas Jefferson on top of Bethel Park. Basket made. Altavilla, her first field goal of the game made there, 4 points in total. Thomas Jefferson extends its lead. Sadie Ori on the wing to Sabatis. Top of the key for Fiona O'Neill. O'Neill hands off. Sadie Ori drives left lane. Ori bounce pass in. Attempted for AJ Elphinstone, but she couldn't get her hands on it. Goes out of bounds past the baseline, so TJ will get possession back and move over to offense. 3:20 left first quarter. Altavilla to Spell. Top of the key, three. D'Angelo missed. A rebound there by Thomas Jefferson. Wilson had got the rebound. Now TJ working on offense. Pass into Wilson. Basket's good. First two for Wilson. TJ up by 8 now. 17-9. 2:55 left in the first quarter. Cap off, hands off. AJ Elphinstone with it. Elphinstone loses possession. Hit off her thigh, went out of bounds. And so the ball will be inbounded from the baseline. 2:42 left first quarter. It's 17-9. Thomas Jefferson has led for most of this game so far. Riley McCabe, bounce pass to Spell. Maggie Spell over to Wilson. To D'Angelo, and a whistle stops play with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first quarter, and a foul is reported. Emma Altavilla called for the foul on TJ, an offensive foul, her first personal 2 for TJ in the quarter. Ella Sabatis takes it across half court for Bethel Park. Now Sadie Ori will try a 3. Missed, went in and out, rebound by Spell. TJ, quick in transition, Spell tries to take it all the way, and she does. Secure the basket. Spell leads all scorers with 8 points. Now it's a 10-point TJ lead. To the corner, three-pointer for O'Neill. No good. Rebound TJ. Basket missed by TJ. Rebound Bethel Park. Minute 40 left in the first quarter. There is Sadie Ori. She has it. And a whistle stops play as the ball was contested there. Aggressive play by McCabe gets her a foul. McCabe's first in the game. That's the third team foul of the quarter for TJ. Bella Coleman just got entered into the game. AJ Elphinstone takes his seat. Emily Hritz also has entered the game for Thomas Jefferson as a substitution off the bench. Kapoff missed that shot. Rebound, TJ. Minute 10 left first quarter. McCabe, top of the key, drives left lane, out to the corner. 3 is missed. Attempt there by Maggie Spell, rebounded by Bethel Park. Here comes Sadie Ori, drives left lane, loses possession of the ball. TJ scrambles to pick it up and gets it successfully inbounds. Basket up and good for Kaylee D'Angelo. Her first 2 points, and Thomas Jefferson with a commanding 21-9 lead with half a minute left in the first quarter. Ball goes out of bounds. Bethel Park will inbound. Down by a bunch early on in this game. Bella Coleman with it. Top of the key. Tries to cross. Pivots. Bounce pass. Sadie Ori with it. Ori. Step back pass. There's Sabatis. Drives right lane. Sabatis off the backboard. Good. And one. Sabatis with 4 points. Pending this free throw she's going to get as a result of being fouled and making the basket. Foul called on Emma Altavilla, her second personal. 4 in the quarter as a team for Thomas Jefferson. Sabatis makes that a 3-point play with that basket made. 21-12 is the score. Back to a lead under 10 for TJ. It's a 9-point game. 5 seconds left first quarter. Drive in, shot is missed. Just a bit short for Kaylee D'Angelo. And after 1 quarter, it's 21-12. Bethel Park trails Thomas Jefferson. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. Many ways to watch the boys and the girls basketball teams this season. It's through Blackhawk TV 412 on YouTube. Subscribe if you're a mobile viewer. Somebody likes to do stuff through their phone or tablet or just the internet in general. But if you are or know somebody that is a cable viewer, Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, these games are live. And if you're watching this game on January 31st, 2025, this is indeed a live basketball game that you're watching right now. So again, if you are someone or you know someone that could benefit from watching these games on cable, just know we have these games live. All section games for the boys and girls basketball teams will be covered on Blackhawk TV, on YouTube, and BPTV, Comcast 21 and Verizon 32, and they will be live broadcasts. Second quarter about to begin. Kapoff can inbound for Bethel Park. Bethel Park down 9 after 1 quarter. So these two teams are part of Class 5A Section 4, a section led by the dominant Peters Township girls basketball team that's 9-0 entering today. And Sadie Ori tried to shoot, missed, but got fouled in the process. Clock stopped with 7:51 left in the second quarter. Riley McCabe called on the foul, her second personal. And since that was a shooting foul, Sadie Ori will get 2. Thomas Jefferson now with 1 team foul in the quarter. Sadie Ori with 4 points after making the first free throw. Thomas Jefferson is just behind Peters Township with an 8-1 section record. Sadie Ori 5 points after making that second one. She's 2 for 2 from the line today. Thomas Jefferson 8-1 in section. And Thomas Jefferson's only loss was to Peters Township back on December 12th. They lost 52-39. Shot missed, rebound Bethel Park. TJ has yet to play Peters Township a second time. That'll happen on Monday, February 3rd. Well, they'll get a rematch, but on the road. Thomas Jefferson lost at home to Peters Township in that game back in December. Shot missed, rebound, TJ. Transitions to offense. Drive in there by D'Angelo. Shot's good. 4 for D'Angelo, 23 for TJ. It's a 9-point game. 7 minutes left, second quarter. Bethel Park, on the other hand, 5-3 in section. Right now, they qualify for the top 4. If the season ended right now, Bethel Park would be in the playoffs and qualify in section Class 5A, Section 4. Make sure I say that correctly. Section 4 of Class 5A. This is a section basketball game, too, so Kapoff up and Kapoff for 2. The first 2 points of the game, 23-16 is the score. Bethel Park's got to ward off Trinity. Trinity's a couple games back, 3-7 in section, and then Albert Gallatin and Uniontown, they're both buried in section. Quite unlikely to make it. They both have 1-9 section records coming into today. As long as Trinity doesn't go on a run, Bethel Park should make it into the postseason. Corner three by McCabe is missed. Rebound by TJ Wilson, got the rebound. 3 attempt, missed. That time by Hritz. TJ got its own rebound. Third effort here is good. Hritz her first 2. TJ up by 9, 25-16, 5:45 left in the second quarter. But Sadie Ori missed. It looks like as long as nothing crazy happens with Trinity, Bethel Park should be secured for that 4th spot. Top 4 teams make it in each section, so Bethel Park would qualify, and Thomas Jefferson well on its way to qualifying as well. 2-pointer made there by McCabe. She's got 7. TJ up by 11. Here's Sabatis, tries to spin and drive. Right lane drive. She missed. Shot got blocked by Ali Wilson. Went out of bounds off Wilson, so Bethel Park will inbound. Well, that's the top 4 right now in Class 5A Section 4. Peters Township 9-0, Thomas Jefferson 8-1, Baldwin 6-4, and Bethel Park 5-3. All those section records, which are the only records that'll matter when it comes to playoff seeding. Shot missed there. Any ties, 5 teams will make it. There is no ultimate tiebreaker. That shot missed by Spell, rebound by Bethel Park. But there is no ultimate tiebreaker, so if if 2 teams, I should say, were to tie for that 4th place spot, both teams would qualify. That's how that works in all sections of the WPIAL. Fiona O'Neill for 2. She's got 6 individually. 27-18's the score. Bethel Park still trailing, and Thomas Jefferson calls the timeout with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Bethel Park has a few section games left on the schedule, 3 to be exact. They're going to play Albert Gallatin tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. That's going to be a makeup from the originally scheduled game on January 20th, excuse me. That game was postponed from January 20th due to weather concerns. Remember that very cold and snowy week that we're a couple weeks removed from. So they're going to play Albert Gallatin on Saturday tomorrow, 11:30 in the morning. Then they got Baldwin on the road and Peters Township at home to end section play for them. They are going to play Keystone Oaks on the road on February 10th, but that won't have any bearing on their playoff status. As for Thomas Jefferson, as previously mentioned, they've got a game against Peters Township next on Monday, February 3rd. That'll be on the road. They're going to play at home against Baldwin on February 6th to end their section schedule, and they've got one non-section game against Pine Richland on February 10th. So as long as nothing crazy happens where Trinity comes back, the top 4 teams will be Peters, TJ, Baldwin, and Bethel Park. 3-pointer missed. Well, I wouldn't get too comfortable if I were Bethel Park either, because if Trinity can win the remainder of their games to end the season and Bethel Park gives up wins in their games, Trinity could come back. It is a slim chance, but the chance still exists. Being back just a few games now at Bethel Park. Ella Sabatis with it. 3:50 left, second quarter. Bethel Park trailing by 9. Benacki with it, getting her first minutes of the game in here. Sabatis pass out. Elphinstone for 3. Missed. Rebound by TJ. That's Fritz on the rebound. Hands it off to D'Angelo, and now it's Riley McCabe with it. McCabe over to Fritz. Now it's D'Angelo over to McCabe. Tries to drive, gets boxed out. Now a 3 by D'Angelo, missed. Rebound by Sabatis. Sadie Ori now runs it across midcourt. Ori inside. Fiona O'Neill for 2. O'Neill leads Bethel Park scorers with 8 and ties the individual lead. Maggie Spell for TJ also has 8 points. 3 minutes left, second quarter. 7-point game for 3. Missed there by Spell. Rebound by Sabatis. 2:50 left, second quarter. Sabatis spins, pivots, drives. No good. And the ball poked away. Bethel Park with a steal. Here's Sadie Ori. 2-on-2. Sabatis drives in. Sabatis, good off the backboard. Bethel Park now down 27-22, and Sabatis has 7 points now. These two played back on January 7th, and Bethel Park lost by a bunch, 75-36. That was the final in that game. TJ played at home. 3 for Spell. Miss. Rebound by A.J. Elphinstone. Now it's Sadie Ori. Ball tipped. O'Neill's just going to let it go since it was tipped off Thomas Jefferson, so Bethel Park maintains possession. Cap off back in for Bethel Park. 2 subs for Thomas Jefferson. Allie Wilson, one of them. Emma Altavilla also back in the game. They both started the game and now come off the bench after a rest. 2 minutes left, second quarter. All section opponents play each other twice a season. They get 1 home game and 1 away game. Thomas Jefferson had its turn to be home on January 7th, so this is Bethel Park's chance now here on the 31st. Boff missed. Tight defense, rebound there by Altavilla. Drive by Maggie Spell, out to the corner. Three's missed. Attempt there by Hritz. Now here's Bethel Park, drive, left lane. Here's Sadie Ori for 2. Ori with 7 in Bethel Park. Meticulously coming back. TJ led by as many as 11 in this quarter, but now it's a 3-point game. Pass in. Wilson pivots out to the corner. Spell. Over to Hritz. It's over her head a bit, so she had to recover and adjust to that pass. Now it's Wilson. Spins. Outside. Jump shot. Missed. Rebound by Sabatis, and Bethel Park takes it the other way. 50 seconds till halftime. 3 for Benaki. Missed. Rebound by Wilson for TJ. 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Emily Hritz now comes across court. Ball tipped out of bounds by Sadie Ori. And with that stoppage, a substitution will be made by Thomas Jefferson. Riley McCabe comes in, and Maggie Spell comes out. Emily Hritz, the only Thomas Jefferson player on the court right now that didn't start the game. Ball tipped, stolen by Sadie Ori, and a whistle stops play with 29 seconds left in the second quarter. Foul was called on Thomas Jefferson's Riley McCabe. That's her 3rd personal foul. TJ with 2 now in the quarter, and with that a timeout called. By Bethel Park. TJ with 1 timeout used so far through a half. Bethel Park has used 2 through the first half. So far, leading scorer for Thomas Jefferson, Maggie Spell. She's got 8 for Bethel Park. Fiona O'Neill, the leading scorer, with 8. Sadie Ori with it now. Bounce pass in. Sabatis missed the shot, but she got fouled on the attempt. And the clock stops with 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Allie Wilson called with a foul, her first personal. That's 3 in the quarter for TJ. And Sabatis, since it was a shooting foul, she'll get 2 free throws. First one's good. Sabatis with 8, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She had nailed 1 opportunity earlier on that she made for a 3-point play. So she's 2 for 2 now, and her 3rd attempt from the line coming here. That one missed, so she's 2 for 3. After that miss, TJ gets the rebound. 2-point lead for TJ, 13 seconds left, second quarter. Pass in, tipped by Sabatis, but officials stop play and call Sabatis for a foul. Sabatis called for the foul, her first personal. Bethel Park's first of the quarter. About 7 seconds left in the second quarter. TJ will inbound since that was a floor foul. Outside to Ritz, Emily Ritz. D'Angelo for 3, missed. Rebound by Benaki. Hops over. Bethel Park trailed by as many as 11 points through that first half, but have managed to cut the deficit to just 2 points. That's how half number 1 ends. Scoring recap quickly for Bethel Park. Fiona O'Neill and Ella Sabatis leaders with 8. Sadie Ori has 7, and Cap Boff made a field goal earlier on, just 1. She's got 2 points. For Thomas Jefferson, some higher scores individually. Maggie Spell has 8. Riley McCabe has 7. Emma Altavilla and Kaylee D'Angelo, they each have 4. Emily Ritz and Allie Wilson, they each have 2. When halftime concludes, we'll bring you more of this game, but till then, my name's Nicholas Callis. Ryder doing the directing, John and Linus. On cameras, Anthony Veltri back at network control. Like this game to be brought to cable TV, Comcast 21 and Verizon 32. Second half coming up next. You're watching Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Bethel Park Public Access Television and Blackhawk TV on YouTube. My name is Nicholas Callis. Pleased to be around some great staff members for this production. Ryder directing, doing a great job. Linus and John doing a great job on camera. Anthony Veltri bringing this game from the court here to your TV sets if you're watching on BPTV cable. Appreciate him as well for investing his Friday night in this basketball broadcast. Bethel Park is trailing 27-25. TJ led by as many as 11 through the first half, but Bethel Park chipped away, got possessions back, and has got it within 2 at halftime. Fiona O'Neill, Ella Sabatis, the leading scorers for Bethel Park. They each have 8. Maggie Spell, the leader for TJ. She has 8. Second half has begun. Teams have switched sides on the court. Here's McCabe with it. D'Angelo drives right lane. Basket missed. Rebound by Elphinstone. Here's Sadie Ori. Three-pointer. Missed. And a rebound by Maggie Spell. TJ transitions to offense. Drive inside. Basket up and good for Emma Altavilla. She's got 6. TJ now up 29-25. 7:15 left third quarter. Here's Sabatis. Gets it to Sadie Ori. Provides a quick screen. Now Sabatis with it again. Cap off. Flailed pass over to A.J. Elphinstone. Now a drive. Sadie Ori passes over to Sabatis. Missed the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Official rules off Thomas Jefferson player, so Bethel Park will keep possession on its offensive side of the court. 6:45 left third quarter. It's a 4-point game. TJ in the lead. Inbound from Sabatis to cap off. Boff drives. Pivots, running out of space, being guarded tightly by D'Angelo. Gets it out to Sabatis on the wing. Sabatis moves, gives it to Boff. Boff for 3. No good. Rebound by McCabe, and here comes Thomas Jefferson. 6:20 left third quarter. Handoff. D'Angelo with it. Riley McCabe drives right lane. Basket is impeded on, and a foul going to be called. This one on A.J. Elphinstone, her first personal. That's the first of the quarter for Bethel Park. And since it was a shooting foul, McCabe's going to get 2 free throws. And she missed the first. McCabe's first shots from the free throw line. Second one's good. McCabe with 8. TJ the first to 30. Up by 5 with 6:05 left in the third quarter. Sadie Ori. Fouled on the attempted shot. Clock stopped with just over 6 minutes left in the third quarter, and a foul was called on Maggie Spell. Maggie Spell with 2 personals. TJ with 1 now in the quarter. And since it was a shooting foul, Sadie Ori is going to get 2 free throws. First one's good. 8 for Sadie Ori now. She's 3 for 3 from the line of the game. She went 1 time, got 2 shots back in the first half. Makes both of those there, so she's 4 for 4 on free throws today. That's 9 points in total. Now leads Bethel Park scorers, and it's a 3-point game again. Pass over, there's D'Angelo. Pass in, Wilson tries to drive on Sabatis, gets a shot off, and makes it. Wilson with 4, TJ up by 5. Elphinstone. Hand off to Sadie Ori, who pivots and looks for a play to run. Ori drives right lane. Flailed shot missed, didn't even hit the rim. Rebound by McCabe of Thomas Jefferson. Here comes TJ. McCabe trying to go all the way, bounce pass out. D'Angelo now drives. Fadeaway shot missed. Rebound though by Wilson, and Wilson is fouled as she tried to put up that second shot. Elphinstone called for the foul, her second personal. 2 in the quarter for Bethel Park, and Wilson, first free throw attempts for her in the game today. First one in and out. 5:14 left in the third quarter. Bethel Park has trimmed an 11-point TJ lead back from the second quarter and made it a bit closer. With that make, it's now a 6-point game. Allie Wilson with 5, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. So backcourt pressure from TJ, but Bethel Park weaves around it. Here's Ori, bounce pass in, and O'Neal for 2. O'Neal has 10 now. She's the first to double digits individually among players on both teams. She's got 10, and it's 29 points for Bethel Park, 33 for TJ, and a foul called there. Sadie Ori called for the foul, her first personal. Bethel Park with now 3 in the quarter. Remember, 5 team fouls per quarter, and the opposing team will go into automatic double bonus time, which means any foul will cause 2 shots for that opposing team, no matter where the foul is for the remainder of that quarter. Whistle stops play. Kapoff called for the foul after there was some aggressive pulling for the basketball. Kapoff, 2 personal fouls. Bethel Park now with 4 in the quarter. It's 33-29, TJ leads. 4:39 left in the third quarter. Out to the corner, 3-pointer for McCabe is missed. Sabatis dragged down to the ground. Ball rebounded by Emily Hritz of TJ. And they'll continue to run an offensive effort there, and a 3-pointer made by Kaylee D'Angelo. D'Angelo's first 3 of the game made there. She's got 7 individual points in this one, and TJ now up 36-29. 4:10 left third quarter, and travel called on Bethel Park. Bethel Park turns it over to TJ, who's starting to collect some points and extend this lead. TJ is led by as many as 11 in this game, but Bethel Park's kept it relatively close for the most part, but Bethel Park's also rarely led in this game. Drive inside, basket is missed by McCabe. Rebound Bethel Park. Here's Sadie Ori. Bounce pass into Sabatis. She'll drive the right lane and put one off the backboard and through. Sabatis now in double digits with 10 points. It's a 5-point game. 3:40 left in the third quarter. Kaylee D'Angelo drives. Pass out. 3-pointer for Hritz. Missed. Scramble for the rebound, and a whistle stops play. Foul called on Maggie Spell, her 3rd personal foul. That is 2 team fouls in the quarter for TJ. 3:33 left in the third quarter. That's the second player in relative foul trouble right now for Thomas Jefferson. Riley McCabe also has 3 personal fouls, and Emma Altavilla has 2 at the moment. Bethel Park has no player with more than 2 individual fouls at this point in the game. Benacki with it, pass into Sabatis. Sabatis drives, pass out. O'Neal in the corner being guarded well. Benacki, Sadie Ori. Drive, middle of the paint. Ori. Basket's good! And one. Emily Ritz called for the foul. Her first personal. And Sadie Ori converts the 3rd point. Giving her 12, she's perfect from the line of the game. She's 5 for 5 from the free throw line. And she leads Bethel Park scorers with 12 points. Now it's a 2-point game. Shot up and missed by D'Angelo. Rebound by Ella Sabatis. This game much more tightly contested than the game played on January 7th And they played at TJ. TJ won 75-36 in that one. Bethel Park keeping it much closer this time around, playing at home. Sabatis will drive, and the basket's good. Sabatis with 12, and this game knotted up again for the first time since the first quarter. 36-36, 2:10 left, third quarter. Foul called, and one. AJ Elphinstone called for the foul, and now she's in relative foul trouble. 3 personal fouls. Altavilla is the one that made the basket. She's at 8, but gets an extra shot here. And she makes it, and makes it 9. 39-36, TJ in the lead, and that foul also put TJ in the automatic double bonus time. So any foul Bethel Park commits for the remainder of the quarter will automatically give TJ 2 free throws. Sadie Ori a 3, give her 15. Tie game again. Bethel Park just keeping pace better with Thomas Jefferson in this game. Drive, basket, missed. Well blocked, well defended there by Sabatis and Elphinstone. Sabatis has it now. Gives it to Sadie Ori. Pivot by Sadie Ori, gets a screen, tries an open shot. Falls short, but Sabatis on the rebound. Dribbles backwards, tries a shot, and gets fouled in the process. Allie Wilson called for the foul. Her second personal, that's 4 in the quarter for Thomas Jefferson as a team. And since that was a foul on Sabatis as she was attempting to shoot, she'll get 2 free throws. Right now she's at 12 points and misses the first of 2 there. Now she is 2 for 4 from the line. Made an and 1 shot for her first free throw made, and then she went 1 of 2 her last time to the line. Fiona O'Neill taken out, cap off, put in the game, and Sabatis makes the second of 2, giving her 13, and Bethel Park, for the first time since early in the first quarter, has a lead over Thomas Jefferson. Pass in and missed. Shot missed by McCabe, and a whistle stops play with 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Foul's going to be reported. Riley McCabe called for the foul, her 4th personal foul. That gives TJ 5 in the quarter, which means Bethel Park's now in the automatic double bonus time. So any foul TJ commits for the remainder of the quarter will give Bethel Park 2 automatic free throws. And since Kapoff was the one that got fouled, she'll get to shoot the 2 here on this opportunity, and she makes the first of 2, giving her 3 points in the game. She had 1 field goal for 2 points back in the first half. Second shot. Missed, so she's at 3, but Sabatis on the rebound. Basket missed. Allie Wilson came up with that rebound, and now it's Maggie Spell. 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Bethel Park up by 2 points. Spell dribbles middle of the paint out to the corner, to the wing. There's D'Angelo, who will drive, and she stumbles, falls, didn't dribble, so she's called for a travel. And Thomas Jefferson turns it over. Bethel Park with possession again, 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Backcourt pressure there by Kaylee D'Angelo, and she fouls Kapoff on the way across midcourt. D'Angelo with 1 personal foul. Thomas Jefferson already had Bethel Park in the automatic double bonus, so 2 free throws coming to Kapoff. And now a technical foul was called. And with that technical foul called, Cap off will get 2 uncontested free throws, and Bethel Park gets possession back afterward. First one missed. Technical foul was called on Thomas Jefferson. Just the bench in general. Cap off makes the second one. She is 2 for 4 from the free throw line in the game. Cap off has 4 points in the game. Sadie Ori now shooting 2 as a penalty for the technical foul. Makes that one. Makes 1 of 2 there. Sadie Ori with 16. Bethel Park up 43-39. And another result of the technical is Bethel Park keeps possession after all the free throws. So very costly there for Thomas Jefferson to foul in with Bethel Park in double bonus and then to be called for a technical. Bethel Park now with a sizable lead. 43-39 is the score. 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Cap off to Benaki on the wing. Pivots, gives it to Sadie Ori, who's going to drive inside off the rim and missed. Rebound by Wilson. 5 seconds left in the quarter. Spell tries to drive. Spell misses the basket as the quarter expires. Well, this is quite the game, at least from Bethel Park's perspective. Bethel Park trailed in this game at one point in time by 11 points and now has a 43-39 lead going into the fourth quarter. This game not really a foregone conclusion, but Bethel Park having the lead is something to be relatively impressed by, considering that they were down by so many earlier on in the game. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. My name is Nicholas Callis. Ryder directing, John and Linus running cameras. And Anthony Veltri back at BPTV Network Control, putting this game on cable for you so you can watch this one live. If it's January 31st, 2025, you're watching a live basketball game. Whether it's on YouTube or on cable, you can cover both the boys and girls section games live on Blackhawk TV and BPTV. Fourth quarter begins with Ella Sabatis receiving the inbound. Cap off to Benaki in the corner. Drive by Cap off. Outside, Elphinstone to Sadie Ori. Trying to signal for a play, calls for a screen. Pivots, gives it to Cap off, who fumbles it a bit, but keeps possession. Boff out to Benaki on the wing corner. Now it's Sadie Ori, drives into Sabatis. Had her shot blocked, but the officials stopped play with 7:28 left in the fourth quarter, and a foul is called. Maggie Spell called for the foul, her fourth personal, first of the quarter for Thomas Jefferson, and since that was a shooting foul, Sabatis will get 2 free throws. First one missed. Sabatis has made 3 of 6 from the free throw line in this game. We'll try another, and she makes that one. 4 of 7 now from the line. 14 points for Sabatis in the game, and Bethel Park up 44-39. 7:23 left in the fourth quarter. Couple players individually in foul trouble for Thomas Jefferson. Riley McCabe and Maggie Spell, they're both at 4 fouls. And if an individual player reaches 5 fouls in a game, that player is removed. Tipped by Cap off, but just a minor inconvenience for Thomas Jefferson at the moment. Now they're struggling to pass it around. Maggie Spell drives right lane off the backboard and missed, but a whistle stops the clock with 6:57 left in the fourth quarter. Foul called on AJ Elphinstone, so she's in foul trouble now. She's got 4 individual fouls. Bethel Park with 1 now in the quarter, and Spell Since that was in the attempt of a shot, we'll shoot 2 free throws. She's got 9 points now after making that first. She's now tied for the lead among Thomas Jefferson scorers with Emma Altavilla, and now leads TJ scorers with 10. That was her first trip to the free throw line as well, and she made both. Now it's a 3-point game, 44-41. 6:47 left in the fourth quarter. There's Sabatis. Pass in. Fiona O'Neill drives, knocks down Maggie Spell, and makes the basket. 12 for Fiona O'Neill. Drive in. Basket missed by McCabe. Rebound by Wilson. She missed as well, but the officials are going to report a foul. 6:28 left in the fourth quarter. It's a 5-point Bethel Park lead. Fiona O'Neill called for the foul, her second personal. That's the second of the quarter for Bethel Park. And since that was a shooting foul, Allie Wilson will shoot 2. She's 1 for 2 in this game and misses the first there. Second one, no good either. Rebound by Sabatis. Tipped for a second, but Sabatis recovers. Sadie Ori with it now. 6:20 left, fourth quarter. Sadie Ori drives in. Pass out. There's Ella Sabatis. Sadie Ori with it now. Ori drives left lane. Blocked by Wilson. Recovered by Ori. Now here's Sabatis, top of the key. 6 minutes left, fourth quarter. Bethel Park holding on to a 5-point lead. Pass in, there's Sabatis. Tries to drive. Has her shot blocked by Wilson. Now a contested possession. And a foul reported here. Ella Sabatis gets dinged with a foul. Her second personal foul. That's Bethel Park's third team foul of the quarter. Bethel Park still up by 5 with 5:40 left in the fourth quarter. Allie Wilson has it on the wing. Bounce pass inside. Maggie Spell spins, drives, missed. Rebound. Spell got her own rebound and makes the most of the second opportunity. Basket's good. 12 points for Spell. She leads all Thomas Jefferson scorers, and now it's a 3-point game. 5:15 left, fourth quarter. Sadie Ori drives. And Sadie Ori is called for the foul. Offensive foul called on Sadie Ori, her second personal. That's 4 now for Bethel Park in the quarter. 1 more, and they'll put Thomas Jefferson in the automatic double bonus time. 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. D'Angelo has it. There's Allie Wilson inside. Scramble for the ball. Spell comes down with it. Shoots and gets fouled in the process. Foul caught on Fiona O'Neill, her third personal. A foul puts Thomas Jefferson in the automatic double bonus time. 2 free throws here for Maggie Spell. She made the first. It gives her 13. Thomas Jefferson now within 2 points. Timeout called. The official looks at the basketball and sends Maggie Spell to the bench. 46-44 is the score. Bethel Park leading. Bethel Park was trailing by as many as 11 in the first half, but came back and had a roaring end of the first half into the beginning of the second half. They were able to take the lead, and now they're holding on to this 2-point lead against Thomas Jefferson. So the standings entering today for Class 5A Section 4. Peters Township still undefeated in Section 9-0. Thomas Jefferson this very Thomas Jefferson team, 8-1. The only loss for TJ so far was to that undefeated Peters Township team. Baldwin 6-4 in section, Bethel Park 5-3. Trinity's on the bubble of the playoff standings. But a Bethel Park win today would make that almost totally unlikely that Trinity would be able to clinch a spot. It's the top 4 that make it in each section. Albert Gallatin and Uniontown, they're out of it. They're each 1-9 for their section records, so there's no coming back for either of those two teams. But Trinity, there is a universe where they could come back and overtake Bethel Park, or at least tie Bethel Park for that 4th spot. If a tie happens in that 4th spot, they'll take both teams. That's how the league does it. Right now, it's Peters Township, Thomas Jefferson, Baldwin, and Bethel Park, the top 4 teams in the section. Second basket good for Maggie Spell. She's got 14 now. And she's been perfect from the line in this game, 4 for 4. And that basket has put Thomas Jefferson within a point of Bethel Park. And Bethel Park's also got TJ in double bonus. Bethel Park is at 5 team fouls this quarter, so that could play a factor in how this game finishes out. However, Thomas Jefferson has some individual players in trouble. Riley McCabe and Maggie Speller each at 4 right now. Drive in by Sadie Ori. Basket sunk through. Ori with 18. She leads all scorers. Bethel Park up by 3. Here's Kaylee D'Angelo with it now. Top of the key being guarded by Cap Off. Drive out to the wing. Drive in by Altavilla. To Ritz. Ritz, good. Ritz scored once in the first half. Makes her first basket of the second half there. 1 point game again, 4 minutes left, 4th quarter. Here's Sabatis with it. She'll drive. Sabatis missed. Good defense there by Allie Wilson, and TJ rebounds. And this creates an interesting scenario. Thomas Jefferson did officially use a timeout after Maggie Spell got taken back to the bench for some medical attention, nothing severe. As Fritz missed, rebound by Sabatis. So TJ with 2 timeouts remaining in the game, Bethel Park with 4. 3:30 left, 4th quarter. Here's Sadie Ori inside to Sabatis. Drive in, Sabatis missed, rebound. Attempt by Fiona O'Neill of Bethel Park and Allie Wilson of TJ. Officials call a contested possession, and that arrow yields to TJ, so TJ will inbound. And Maggie Spell comes back into the game for Emily Ritz. Maggie Spell, one of the 2 TJ players with 4 individual fouls. If a player reaches 5 individual fouls in a game, that player is removed. So for TJ, 2 of their starters in foul trouble individually. Foul called there. Ella Sabatis with 3 personal fouls now. Bethel Park already has TJ in the double bonus time. Allie Wilson will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. So TJ in individual foul trouble, Bethel Park in team foul trouble. First one missed. Wilson has missed all but 1 so far in this game. So he's got 5 points in this one. Second opportunity there goes through. Give Wilson 6. Tie game, 3:10 left, 4th quarter. The boys won 65-63 against TJ. This game turning out to be close as well, a close finish. Outside pass, Fiona O'Neill. Sadie Ori loses possession. Stolen by McCabe. Drive in by Spell. Good. Maggie Spell with 16. And now, before the inbound, a timeout called by Bethel Park. Bethel Park uses a full timeout, leaving the team with 3. 2:38 left in the 4th quarter. TJ retakes the lead after trailing for the majority of this 4th quarter. You're watching Bethel Park High School girls basketball on Blackhawk TV on YouTube, simulcast on Bethel Park Public Access Television. If you're watching this game on January 31st, 2025, this game is live. Live games on TV and on YouTube for you to watch, and we'll have all section games for the boys and girls basketball teams, and the trajectory they're both on now, they both could make the playoffs. So if they do make the playoffs, we'll be covering those games as well. So just be prepared for those as they come along. But we're your flagship station for Bethel Park High School boys and girls basketball. All section games covered through the end of the regular season, and then any playoff matchups that come along, we'll have them for you as well. Bethel Park coming out of a timeout will inbound. 2-point game, 2:38 left, fourth quarter. Sabatis has it. She'll drive, has some space, middle of the paint, basket's good. Sabatis with 16, Bethel Park ties it, 50-50's the score. Now Thomas Jefferson in no rush. Starts to run a play on offense, there's McCabe with it. Pass over to Spell. Spell to Altavilla, back to Spell. Spell drives. Altavilla, good. Altavilla in double digits. She has 11 individual points. TJ back on top. 1:50 left, fourth quarter. And Sadie Ori tried to drive and got hit in the process, and a foul's called. Riley McCabe called for the foul. Her fifth personal foul, which means McCabe is fouled out of the game. She will not be able to re-enter this game. Emily Hritz comes in her place. Sadie Ori drives and misses. Rebound Thomas Jefferson. Also for the record, that was their second personal foul of the quarter. So one starter's fouled out for TJ. Close game, 90 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Kaylee D'Angelo has it, backpedaling slowly. There's no shot clock in high school basketball in Pennsylvania either. Keep that in mind. Teams do not have any set amount of time that they need to shoot the ball. As long as they keep moving it and don't stay idle too much, no violations will be called. Thomas Jefferson just called a timeout. One timeout remaining for TJ Bethel Park with 3 remaining. It's a 2-point game in the fourth quarter. Bethel Park stubborn coming up, down 11 points earlier on in the game. But TJ equally is persistent, not letting Bethel Park get too far ahead. And this game going right down to it. The boys' game was pretty exciting as well. A 65-63 finish. Bethel Park boys won that one. Now the Bethel Park girls team, who lost 75-36 back on January 7th when these two teams first played, has an opportunity to win this one. Not as lopsided as it was earlier in the month. This game close and winnable for Bethel Park, but time is short. Minute 23 left in the fourth quarter. Inbound to Thomas Jefferson as Maggie Spell. Trotting it across half court. Drive, pass out to the corner. To the wing, Sadie Ori got in there and had it tipped. Officials say it went out of bounds off of Sadie Ori, so an inbound coming. Altavilla to Maggie Spell. It's a reminder, no shot clock. Thomas Jefferson just has to move the ball. They don't have to shoot it. Maggie Spell dribbles, drives out to the corner. And Thomas Jefferson can just do this. 52 seconds left in the quarter, and a whistle stops play. So one thing, there is no shot clock, so they don't have to shoot the ball. They just have to keep moving it. Well, that plays a factor in here now because Thomas Jefferson could just run out the clock if Bethel Park doesn't foul, but Bethel Park's put itself in a position where if it does foul any more times, automatic 2 free throws are going to come to Thomas Jefferson because Bethel Park already put TJ in the automatic double bonus for the quarter. That happened about halfway through, so it's been a while since TJ's gotten these free throws. First one's good. Emma Altavilla with 12 now. Another free throw coming. AJ Elphinstone also committed the foul for Bethel Park, and she's fouled out of the game. Second one's good, 13 for Altavilla. 4-point lead for TJ. Benaki, O'Neill, Ori, Sabatis, and Boff on the court right now for Bethel Park. And just as the ball got across half court, Bethel Park called a timeout with 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2 timeouts left for Bethel Park after calling that one. TJ with 1 to work with. Bethel Park not quite in an advantageous position right now. Being down by 4, a basket cannot tie it. Unless a Bethel Park player were to get fouled on a 3-point attempt and make that 3-point attempt, but those are rare instances where that happens. For Bethel Park, they've got Albert Gallatin tomorrow morning, February 1st at 11:30 here at home. They play Baldwin on the road on February 4th, and then Peters Township at home on February 7th to end their section part of the season. They'll have one non-section game at the end of the season too. That'll be against Keystone Oaks, but it won't matter toward playoff standings. Thomas Jefferson has the undefeated in section Peters Township coming up on Monday, February 3rd on the road. Thomas Jefferson ends its section play with a home game against Baldwin on February 6th, and then one non-section game for them against Pine Richland on February 10th. Sadie Ori gets the inbound for Bethel Park. 45 seconds left. It's a 4-point lead for TJ. O'Neill, handoff, fumbled away. Spell, breakaway. Basket's good. 18 for Spell. She leads Thomas Jefferson scores. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Ball thrown away, tipped by Maggie Spell. So Bethel Park will get to inbound. This game almost out of reach for Bethel Park. They're one mistake away from losing a grip on this thing. It's a 6-point game and short time left in regulation. Sabatis. Ori open for 3. Good! That basket puts Sadie Ori over 20. She leads all scorers individually, and that gives Bethel Park its best opportunity. Trims the TJ lead to 3. And after that basket, Bethel Park calls its 4th timeout of the game. Bethel Park and TJ both have 1 timeout remaining to use. And that thickens the plot just a little bit further for Bethel Park with Sadie Ori making that 3-pointer. 56-53 is the score. 21.3 seconds left in regulation. So both TJ and Bethel Park have one more matchup against the undefeated in section Peters Township team that leads the section to end the season. Those will be games to look forward to. Teams always want to go for that undefeated team to give them their first loss, at least in section for sure. Thomas Jefferson could win this section or tie for the section lead and win if they can beat Peters Township. Basket made by Maggie Spell, 20 points for her. Sadie Ori misses, and as long as TJ holds on, that should pretty much do it. Bethel Park intentionally fouls there in the backcourt. Cap off with 3 personal fouls after being called for 1 there, and since Bethel Park has TJ in the automatic double bonus, 2 automatic free throws coming to D'Angelo here, who's at 7 right now. Made 1 3 in this half, has 7 points overall. They're scoring 4 in the first half. First one's good. Second one's good. 60-53, 2 seconds left. Ori's just going to flail one up. She missed. Game over. Final score, Bethel Park loses to Thomas Jefferson 60-53. Doesn't change the playoff picture too much. At this moment, though, Thomas Jefferson maintains its second place status in this section, Class 5A Section 4, now with a 9-1 section record. Peters Township entering today undefeated at 9-0. Peters Township does not have a game on the schedule today, so their record won't change after this one. Bethel Park falls to 5-4 in section, but still has a lead on Trinity, who at this point, Trinity's 3-7 in 5th place. Top 4 teams make it in each section, so that doesn't negatively impact Bethel Park too much. Certainly don't want to lose too many games to end the season with the couple section games they have left on the schedule, but in terms of playoff status right now, they're still in it. They just can't let Trinity catch them, and if that's the case, Bethel Park will be able to secure that number 4 spot and be one of the 4 qualifying teams. So right now it's Peters Township, Thomas Jefferson, Baldwin, and Bethel Park, the top 4 teams in Class 5A Section 4, and that's how it's going to be laid out to end this day today. Bethel Park is going to play Albert Gallatin tomorrow morning at 11:30 right here at the Bethel Park High School Gymnasium and Arena, so be able to catch that game on Blackhawk TV here and Bethel Park Public Access Television tomorrow morning. That'll be a section game, so that will count toward their section record and help potentially improve their record. Albert Gallatin's 1-9 as of right now in the section, so only 1 section win for them. Uniontown also at the bottom of the section with a 1-9 record, so Bethel Park is in pretty good shape right now. Like I said, as long as Trinity doesn't catch them, Bethel Park will be one of those 4 teams that makes it on. So that's a tough loss tonight for the Bethel Park Blackhawks girls basketball team, but nothing that's going to hinder their postseason hopes. Quick scoring recap for both teams. For Bethel Park, Bella Coleman led all scores, Sadie Ori led scores for Bethel Park with 21. And Ella Sabatis had 16 for Thomas Jefferson. Maggie Spell led with 20. And Emma Altavilla had 13. So Bethel Park next plays, like I said, tomorrow morning against Albert Gallatin. Thomas Jefferson plays next on Monday on the road at Peters Township. Well, that'll pretty much do it for this broadcast. For the crew, Ryder doing the directing, John and Linus on cameras, and Anthony Veltri back at BPTV Network Control. My name's Nicholas Callis saying so long from Bethel Park. This has been a presentation of Blackhawk TV and Bethel Park Public Access Television.